No niin, hei, Teppo Hirkola AVPlusasta moi. Hei, me ollaan tultu nyt tänne Munchenin Highend 2024 messuille. Mulla tarvitsi tehdä täältä live, mutta ei tässä pysty semmoista tekemään, täällä on niin paljon tietoyhteysongelmia ja muuta, mutta tehdään tämmönen napakka hyvä kooste tästä. Eli lähdetään liikkeelle, meillä on monta kohdetta, mitä pitää käydä läpi. Me käydään tuttuja merkkejä, tuntemattomia merkkejä ja erikoisuuksia täältä läpi monesta kohtaa. Ja ei muuta, seuratkaa mua, niin katsotaan mitä tapahtuu. Hei, nyt ollaan sitten Helsingin Highend-messuilla, kun ollaan Munchenin Highend-messuilla välillä. Ja täällä on suomalaisen edustusta, Anssi Amphionilta. Ehkä vähän aliarvostettu kaveri kaiken kaikkiaan, koska se on niin kuin todella pitkään ollut alalla ja Amphion on siis ollut arvostettu merkki Suomessa, tai voisi olla arvostetumpikin, mutta se on maailmalla nyt esimerkiksi saanut paljon jalansijaa. Ja nyt kysytään vähän Anssissa sitten, että miten tämä homma on mennyt. Anssi, moi!
Tervehdys, kiitos.
Kerros vähän sen, että miksi te olette täällä? Oletteko te ollut aikaisemmin?
No joku kysyi, että montako vuotta täällä on oltu ja minä sanoin, että ensimmäisestä Munchenin messuista alkaen, nehän oli ennen Frankfurtissa. Mutta älä kysy, että mikä vuosi se oli, että kyllä nämä niin menee vähän sekaisin nämä vuodet, mutta itsekseni laskeskelin, että paljonko tänne on saksalaisille rahaa tuotu, että kyllä niiden pitäisi meistä tykätä jo täällä pikkuhiljaa.
No se kuulostaa hyvältä. Hei, kerro millainen setti teillä kaiken kaikkiaan on? Mä katselin, teillä on aika iso osasto tässä, ja sä tuossa aikaisemminkin juteltiin vähän sen, että sulla on joku sellainen tietty juttu, mitä sä haluat täällä niin kuin esitellä.
No joku ideahan näissä hommissa aina pitäisi niin kuin olla, ja meillä tänä vuonna on muistutetaan, että miten se meidän musiikki tehdään, koska hämmästyttävän iso, jos ajatellaan varsinkin niin kuin meidän yrityksen koko, niin hämmästyttävän suuri osa maailman musiikista jo tänään tehdään Amphionin kamoilla. Ja siellä on tosiaan niin kuin ihan huippuluokan käyttäjiä. Hyvin monella on itse asiassa juuri tämä systeemi, mitä me täällä niin kuin, näytetään. On se sitten masteroinnissa tai miksauksessa. Ja se, mikä pitää muistaa, mikä on ehkä isoin ero ammattilaisten ja harrastajien välillä, on se tietysti huone on yksi, mutta myöskin se, että pitää muistaa, että ammattilaiset kuuntelee aina täyttä kaistaa. Eli siellä ei ole koskaan niin kuin rajallista informaatiota, vaan ne viimeisetkin oktaavit tavallaan tulee sieltä. Ja sen takia meillä on tässä 118-225-systeemi, joka sitten niin kuin menee tuonne -3 on 21 Hz. Ja sitten taas niin kuin toisella puolella, kotipuolella meillä on Krypton, mitä me on nyt viime aikoina tässä maailmalla näytetty ja saatu myös aika paljon sitä hyvää palautetta. Best of Show esimerkiksi Soundstageilta Floridassa, Axponassa kuukausi sitten, niin tosi paljon kiitosta. Sieltä muun muassa poiki semmoisia asioita, me oltiin Esoterikin kanssa noille ja sitten herrat halusi sieltä, että voisiko he saada Japanin messuille, että siellä on Otatenin messut Tokiossa kesäkuun lopussa, että voisitteko he toimittaa heille semmoisen parin, kun hei, tämä systeemi ei ole koskaan soinut niin.
Onko sä lähdössä itse sinne Tokioon?
No aika näyttää, katsotaan, että mehän ei olla siellä kun tavallaan niin kuin statistin osassa, että se voi olla, että mä käyn tietysti, on se Teakki Esoteric Tascami on tietysti sellainen paja, että jos ne niin kuin haluaa jotain, niin kyllähän se mielellään menee varmistamaan ja setittää, että homma toimii. Että katsotaan, en tiedä vielä.
Katsotaan vähän, eli tässä on tavallaan tämmöinen miksaussysteemi, mitä tässä on että miten tätä hommaa tehdään niin kuin aidostikin.
No tietysti tässä ei ole mitään muuta kuin striimataan tietysti musiikkia. Tässä tapauksessa, kun ei täällä ole netti on mitä on, niin me ajetaan Kobuksen kautta offlineista. Mutta meillä, jos katsotaan se koko systeemi, niin meillä on tosiaan Kobus käytössä tuolla läppärissä. Ja sen jälkeen USBn kautta ulos. Ja sitten meillä on SPL Mercury, joka on periaatteessa niin kuin masterointi DA. Ja ei mikään estä käyttämästä sitä myöskään kotona. Ja sitten tietysti meillä on amppi 700 vahvistin ja sitten tämä bass-amppi, mistä sitten ajetaan ylä- ja alapäätä erikseen.
Niin, teidän omat vahvistimet tossa. Näitä ei kotikäyttöön vissiin myydä?
On meillä näitä itse asiassa ihmisillä kotonakin. Ja jos ajatellaan, että minähän on hyvä esimerkki periaatteessa niin kuin potentiaalista asiakkaasta, että vaikka minä olen niin kuin hifi-nörtti, minä olen 14-vuotiaasta niin kuin halunnut kuulla sen, mitä sitä masteroija kuulee, koska se on minulle se, missä se musiikki tavallaan niin kuin lyödään lukkoon, että tämä on se oikea, mitä artistituottaja tarkoitti. Ja silloin totta kai tänä päivänä sulla on mahdollisuus itse asiassa ostaa koko se kalusto, tai ainakin osittain, että just tommonen niin kuin SPL, joka toimii niin kotona kuin Pro-puolellakin. Ja sitten tietysti niin kuin ei tässäkään mitään, vaikka tämä on tehty studiokäyttöön, niin tässä mitään semmoista niin kuin äänellisesti mitään niin kuin studiota ole, vaan se on vaan hyvä, puhdas, nopea, tarkka systeemi, joka sattumoisin toimii myöskin monenlaisissa tiloissa, koska tietysti niin kuin kaikki Amphionin tuotteet, niin meillä on niin kuin, suuntaavuus ja tämmöiset asiat, aika vaihekäyttäytyminen kunnossa, että se itse asiassa melkein voidaan sanoa, että huone kuin huone, niin se homma toimii, koska kulmavasteet on kuitenkin terveitä, että on se sitten suoraa tai heijastunut ääntä, niin se on ihan niin kuin käyttökelpoista ja tervettä kotona. Ja sitten tietysti tässä on se kiva homma, että sä pystyt niin kuin säätämään tuon bassopuolen, koska sehän se on monta kertaa kotona tietysti se, niin kuin se homma, tai ei kotona, vaan yleensä tiloissa, jota ei ole niin kuin akustoitu viimeisen päälle. Mutta meillä on mahdollisuus tavallaan niin kuin säätää sekä jakotaajuutta että basson tasoa.
Joo, mä tuossa vähän edellisille asiakkaalle tuossa soittelit, niin oli aika muista massiiviset, hyvät soundit lähti näinkin isossa tilassa, niin oli oikein vaikuttava esitys kyllä.
Me niinku uskotaan tavallaan niinku headroomiin, että siellä on paljon vahvistin teho takana ja totta kai niinku ammattipuolella sitä pitää ollakin ja se ei taas tarkoita ollenkaan sitä, että sitä pitäisi kuunnella kovaa. Et se on sama asia kuin autossa, että jos sulla on moottorissa vääntöä, niin ei sillä tarvitse niin kuin noita liikennerikkomuksia koko ajan hakea.
Tyhjäkäynnillä ajetaan.
Niin, voi ajaa tyhjäkäynnillä, voi ajaa vähän niin kuin pintakaasulla, mutta se fiilis on hyvä. Siinä on semmoista helppoutta ja sama koskee niin kuin ääntä.
Mitäs sul tässä on, mitä tässä on tällä hetkellä soimassa tässä setissä?
No jos me lähdetään, niin kuin sanottiin, että siellä on SPL Mercury, mistä me lähdetään, läppäriltä ajetaan ja sen jälkeen se menee tänne bassampiin, mistä tehdään jako, missä on sitten yläpään amppi 700 ja ajetaan noit 218 ja sitten tosiaan bassampi on tämä bass, niin kuin bassojatkesysteemi. Joo.
Superit on mielenkiintoiset kyllä, että noihän on ihan kotikäyttöönkin. Mitä mainioimat? Joo, ja me ei puhuta, on tietty syy, miksi me puhutaan bass-systeemistä eikä subbareista, koska subbareissa monta kertaa, ainakin silloin kun puhutaan niin kuin ammattimaailmasta, niin ne koetaan äänenlaadullisesti hankalaksi. Et subbareissa on paljon ongelmia ja nämä on itse asiassa pitää enemmän ymmärtää niin kuin bassojatkeena. Eli tämä systeemi itse asiassa toimii niin, että meillä on niin kuin 2-tie kaiutin ja tämä systeemi sitten tietysti rajallinen kaista ja sitten tämä systeemi tekee siitä niin kuin 3-tie täyden kaista. Mikä näissä on mutta tällä hetkellä sulla jako?
Tuolta voidaan kurkata, siellä on mahdollisuudet on 40, 60, 80 ja 100 ja tässä kuitenkin kun joutuu jonkun verran ryttäämään, niin se on nyt 80 sitten.
Joo, okei. Hei, katsotaan vähän lisää, mitäs muuta täältä löytyy?
Sama homma siellä on SPL:n elektroniikka läppäriltä ajetaan samalla lailla kobuksella kanssa. Sitten siellä on SPL:n monitori ja vahvistin. Et hyvin tämmöinen niinku simppeli ihan esteettisesti kiva systeemi, mutta kuitenkin niin, että toimivuus ja äänenlaatu mennään aina niinku edellä.
Joo. No, tämä ei vielä ollut messut ei ole siis ollut auki tavallaan vielä isolle yleisölle, ne aukeaa vasta huomenna. Eli Ansi, sun on varmaan vaikea sanoa vielä, että miten yleisö on ottanut, mutta nyt on ollut siis lehdistöä ja diilereitä eilen ja tänään, eikö niin?
No tietysti me ollaan täällä niin kuin lähtökohtaisesti niin kuin meidän partnereita varten ja lehdistöä varten, että sanotaan se 2,5 ensimmäistä päivää on se, missä se tavallaan niin kuin katsotaan, että oliko se täällä olo kannattavaa vai ei. Et loppu on tavallaan sitten niin kuin loppu on plussaa. Siellä, ja tietysti se, että on se niin kuin totta myöskin se, että kyllä paljon sitä niin kuin loppuasiakasta niin kuin aina niin kyllä ne menee sitten niin kuin niihin brändeihin, mitkä ne tuntee. Ja siellä on helposti sitten jonotellaan niin kuin noihin isompiin huoneisiin, mitä niin kuin mainostetaan enemmän. Mutta tietysti kun messuille tulee, niin sitä voisi olla niin kuin ihan yleisen oppimisen ja itseään sivistämisen kautta niin ihan hyvä katsoa vähän niin kuin muutakin. Mutta tuolla joku sanoo, että kun tämä on niin massiivinen, että ei täällä, niin kuin, jos päiväksi tulee, niin kuin varmasti moni hifi-harrastaja tänne sitten, niin kuin, tai viikonloppuna tulee, niin ei tätä vaan kerkii niin kuin kaikkea katsoa.
Joo, se on varmaan totta, eli tavallaan B2B-tyyppisesti hakee kontakteja diilereihin.
Niin, tämä on pro-messu kuitenkin, tai tavallaan niin kuin ammattimessu meille niin kuin lähtökohtaisesti, että tässä on tietysti tämä sitten niin kuin consumer-puoli sitten viikonlopun osalta, mutta se ei ole se, minkä takia me ollaan täällä.
Joo. Onko sulla mitään uutta tullut nyt viime aikoina tai tulossa? Onko suunnitelmissa?
Kyllä siellä koko ajan tehdään. Että meillä on tietysti siinä mielessä niin kuin hyvä tilanne, että totta kai paljon paukkuja on mennyt tuonne ammattipuolelle. Että se on kuitenkin se, mistä niin kuin suuri osa liikevaihdosta tulee. Ja uskon, että se on myöskin se, mistä se tavallaan niin kuin se kredibiliteetti ja uskottavuus koko niin kuin brändille tulee. Koska näinhän se toimii niin kuin monella muullakin, jotka niin kuin on molemmissa. Mutta nyt on hyvä vaihe siinä mielessä, että se on kuitenkin se ammattijuna on saatu niin kuin asemalta ja se puksuttaa ihan mukavasti eteenpäin, ja nyt on niin kuin mahdollisuus keskittyä enemmän tähän kotipuoleen. Että jossain vaiheessa varmaan dealerit oli vähän sitä mieltä, että no ei ne niin kuin halua tehdä, ei niitä kiinnosta enää tämä, mutta ei kyse ole missään nimessä ollut siitä. Päinvastoin minä saan niin kuin kiksini siitä, kun sulla on joku ihminen, joka sitten tulee ja on silleen, että tämmöistäkö tämä voi olla. Et siellä oli muun muassa muutama naisihminen, joita pitäisi minusta saada enemmän tähän harrastukseen mukaan. Et Axponassa, et toinen oli soitin Billie Eilishia, joka on vuoden Song, the Grammy of the Year biisi, joka on tietysti niin kuin taas meidän asiakkaiden tuotantoa 100%, niin se oli hyvä, kun sille rupesi niin kuin posket värisee ja näkyy, että kohta tulee niin kuin itku.
Liikuttu niin voimakkaasti.
Niin. Ja toinen nainen oli sitten se, että kun se ihmetteli, että mitä te niin kuin teette eri lailla, että kun hän ei ole mikään hifisti, hän ei ymmärrä näistä yhtään mitään. Mä sanoin, että ehkä sen takia just ymmärrätkin, että sä tavallaan niin kun osaat ottaa sen olennaisen, etkä mieti liikaa. Ja hän sanoi, että kun hän on ollut nyt täällä, niin hän ei voi olla missään muussa huoneessa. Että hänen piti mennä ulos koko hotellista. Ja se nimenomaan tavallaan, missä me ollaan erilaisia, on aikavaihekäyttäytyminen, se miten se energia siirtyy. Minä niin kun, minkä takia mä oon näissä talkoissa mukana, on nimenomaan niin kun energia, ei mikään toistovaste. Ja se on hyvin niin kun erilainen asia. Mä uskon, että se on se syy, minkä takia ihmiset haluaa musiikkia kuunnella. Koska jotainhan sen pitää meille antaa, että se on niin kuin sen vaivan väärti. Ja uskon, että siellä on tavallaan, kun päästään sinne niin kuin syvemmälle, että me pystytään tuomaan ihmisille elämyksiä ilman, että eikä tyrkytetä noita hiivatelaatikoita, niin silloin me niin kuin koko alalla päästään semmoiseen asiaan, että se alkaa niin kuin kiinnostamaan. Nythän tämä on keskimäärin vähän tämmöistä niin kuin vanhan sedän puuhaa, että mulla on tämmöinen laatikko, pitäisikö tämä vaihtaa toisenlaiseen laatikkoon?
Tämä on jo ihan totta, tästä mekin on puhuttu, että meillä oli nyt vähän tätä ennen, viikko ennen oli tämmöinen Highend-tapahtuma Suomessa, ja siellä kanssa huomattiin, meillä oli kanssa It's All About the Music oli tavallaan se teemana, ja kyllä se pikkuhiljaa muista siihen niin kuin menee. Totta kai harrastajia on erilaisia, on tämmöisiä.
Se on mitään pahaa, siis se on, toiset tykkää spekseistä ja kattoo ja muuta, siis sehän ei ole niin kuin mustaa, vaan kun se on harrastus, sä teet sitä just niin kuin sinusta hyvältä tuntuu. Mutta mä uskon, että suurta yleisöä me saataisiin enemmän niin kuin mukaan sille, että me puhutaan elämyksistä. Sen takia ihmiset niin kuin käy syömässä, ei ne sen takia mene syömään, että on nälkä, vaan sen takia, että siitä jää joku kiva mielikuva. Ei ne sen takia me käytä kaikkia vähiä rahoja ulkomaanlomailla, kun siellä on lämpimämpää kuin Suomessa, vaan sieltä jää jotain semmoisia muistoja, mitkä jää niin kuin loppuelämään. Ja meillä on täysin mahdollisuus tavallaan meidän alalla tehdä se, mutta ei me ole siinä kauheasti niin kuin alana onnistuttu.
No se on varmaan aika yleismaailmallista kiinni tämä sama ilmiö, jossain ehkä enemmän tai vähemmän toimia, jossain ei, mutta mä oon samaa mieltä sun kanssa kyllä. Mutta hei, tää oli tosi hyvä ja musta on kiva, että Amphion on vahvasti mukana ja tosiaan Amphion on sitä ammattipuolta alkanut panostaa siihen enemmän ja mä oon käsittämättä, että se on niin oikea suunta kaikkinensa. katsotaan millaisia malleja. Totta kai niin kuin minä kulutushifin tai siis perushifin kulutushifin ystävänä haluaisin nähdä niin kuin uusia tuotteita myös sit siellä, niin kuin se valuu sitä homma niin kuin sinnekin puolelle.
Menee ja näinhän se varmasti meneekin ja tätä on tapahtumassa. Et kannattaa varmaan kurkata esimerkiksi nuo värilliset, se on jos haetaan niin kuin isomman yleisön niin kuin hakemisesta, niin tässä on niin kuin yksi tapa tietysti saada ihmisiä kiinni. Että...
Joo, tää onkin makea. Otas vähän tuota kuvaa. Tämähän on vanha juttu tavallaan tää värijuttu.
Vanha, mutta niinhän se pyöräkin on hirmu vanha keksintö, mutta siitä huolimatta se vaan on käytössä ja toimii. Että...
Tää on totta. Nää on kyllä makea. Tämmöisiä musta pitää just nimenomaan olla.
Niin, hyvä.
Hei kiitoksia Anssille tästä. Me jatketaan matkaa seuraaviin kohteisiin. Anssi, hyvää jatkoa messulle.
Kiitoksia käynnistä.
Nähdään kohta taas uudelleen. Moi moi! Eli Hifi Rosen osastolla. Hifi Roselle on tulossa oikea maahantuoja, ilmeisesti toi Loud Group alkaa tuomaan maahan, ja sen takia me tultiin katsoa vähän tähän tarkemmin näitä. Tuossa tulee kohta tyyppi, jota haastatellaan, mutta käydään ensin läpi nopeasti vähän minkä näköistä tavaraa tässä on. Ja otas tuosta vähän kuvaa vaan luotteesta, eli näissä on kaikista isot näytöt. Sitten täällä on makein näköinen vahvistin. Voiko olla niinku hienompaa? Tää. Ei voi. Tai tää, joka on samaa designia. Mut hei, mä koitan löytää jonkun haasteltavan tähän, niin katsotaan miten tää homma edistyy. Probably we have here the right guy. Is it so that you can tell us about the Hifi Rose?
Yeah, the right guy came. So what?
I'm from Finland, Teppo, for AVPlus magazine. Nice to meet you too.
I'm Link from Rose.
Okay, but not Rose, Link's Rose.
Change my name, Rose Park?
Yeah, okay, that's close enough. Okay. What you can tell us about the Hifi Rose? Because it's in Finland, it's not so known brand.
So, how many times are you gonna give me? 1 minute.
One time.
No, I mean, how long?
Hour.
Wow. Okay, from the beginning. So, Hifi Rose. The slogan of Hifi Rose is beyond audio. So we strive to surpass the traditional limits in all our products. So it begins with our network devices. Let's move. So this is our this RS130, our latest network device. It is network transport. The biggest feature will be, of course, firstly the display and the ability that you can connect through HDMI with monitors or TVs. And the second thing is the innovative OS. Here you can see the various apps that you can use, and we made it by ourselves. And in case of apps like Qobuz or Tidal or Rose Tube, it's not Tidal Connect or Qobuz Connect, it's revised version, in-app version. The reason why we made it was because we wanted to make an integrated playlist, which means when you play something from Rose Tube and then Tidal and then Qobuz, you can see it once in one playlist. We call it Rose Playlist. The benefit of it is, of course, it's convenient. But some people might say, so what? I just use Tidal, so what's the benefit? Here it comes. Last month we introduced a new feature. The name is Early Access. So what it is through that playlist, even though you don't have the unit, you can play it outside in your car or in your office. And when you change your playlist and come home, you can also adjust it. So that's our first step. It shows what the integrated playlist can do. And the second thing, what we are working on is metadata and AI recommendation. So usual network streamers shows only metadata that people have put in. And what we are trying is to put metadata automatically and through that metadata to recommend people with AI what they would like. So those things are all possible because we have our integrated playlist.
That sounds very interesting. So it's a touchable display? Touch display?
Of course.
And do you have also some kind of app to control this?
Yes, we have Rose app, and you can even do more than in this unit with our Rose app.
Okay. What else? There are a lot of things here.
So next, let's move to integrated amplifier. Yeah. The amplifier.
This is really awesome. this is nice.
Appreciate it a lot. Our design team works hard to also show the features or the identity through design. So first I will tell you why it looks like this. This amplifier has 4 power modules inside. Each power module has 200 watts output power. So, and you can use it as bi-amping and also BTL mode. And if you use bi-amping, for example, then it can happen that the Twitter volume is bigger than driver unit, because usually Twitter is much easier to drive, you know. So these knobs are to control those Twitter gain and the frequency. So just like these, all the knobs and button has its own feature. For example, these are for phono stages, because we supply phono MMMC, and you can change the EQ according to which vinyl you are playing. So we needed so many buttons and knobs, and so we thought, then why not making like this? And this is the result.
This is, in cars today, they use a touch screen, and all the functions are put on those touch screens and behind many menus. And now they say that they are too difficult to use. And my opinion also, this is same in these kind of things too. I think every function has to have its own button or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And what I've told was about exterior design. Shortly, when if you allow me, about the amplifier. Basically, this is a Class C amplifier. And as everybody knows, Class C has its own benefit, like high output and the efficiency and low temperature. But not so many manufacturers use it because it's switching amp. The switching amp, because one goes on, off and on, off, and in this process you get a switching delay, and we call it dead time. And because there's a switching delay, the linearity is very low. Because the linearity is very low, you feel like it's less power, not transparent enough, and soulless. That was the sonic weaknesses of conventional Class C amplifier. What we have done is we have reduced the dead time at a level of 1/10, so 10%, from 100 to 10, so the switching delay is almost 0. We achieved this by using a GenFET, so we call it Class AD, Advanced D Class. So if you listen to it, you will. I won't say it sounds like A Class, but nobody will say it sounds like D Class. So it's very transparent, very clear, powerful, and at the same time very lifelike and vibrant.
Yeah, actually I believe you, because I think the Class D technology has gone a lot of ahead what has been when they discovered the D class, and of course it has a lot of design advantages, still some, but I hope that you have overcome these things very well.
Thank you. Yeah, and this was for amplifier. And for the last, now we have done streamer, amplifier, now it's time for the deck.
Yes. Eli mennään perässä nyt nopeasti katsomaan mitä täällä on. Itse toi virte jäi katsomatta vielä, mutta mennään katsoa se viimetteeksi sitten. Okay, what we have here?
So here we have our brand new deck, RD160. So the first notable feature is, of course, what you can see here, a hidden screen. So the hidden screen is concealed in its sleek exterior design. If you turn it on, or you can also, with dimmer, you can make it off and on and control the darkness and brightness. You can see the flow chart designed like a circuit diagram, and then sound wave which moves by when you play music, and actual volume curve, volume curve. And these things responses immediately to button and knob. For example, if you control the volume curve, this point will move and the number will increase. The purpose of this is because we wanted to offer the customers the feeling like they are controlling an analog device, so the enjoyment of manipulation. Additionally, we will supply various skins, including volumeter as well, because there will be some people that won't like this.
Yeah, that's nice. You can change the filters and everything. I saw here. This is nice. I noticed also you have a tuner.
No, we don't.
What is that then there?
We have in our network streamer, that's one of our features. We have internet radio, and because we have a large display, we provide many skins.
It's nice. Käydään katsomassa vielä sitä viritintä, se on makeen näköinen. It looks like an old one.
Pardon?
It looks like an old tuner.
Yeah, exactly. That's our purpose. And there are more skins which looks cool and fresh and also old.
Okay. Käydään katsomassa sitä virittimen luukkiä vielä. Eli se on tässä. Eli tää on ihan kuin joku Technicsin. It looks like an old Technics tuner.
Look at this. You see?
It's nice. It's nice. And you have also VU meters here, yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Rose, and I hope you a pleasant rest of the days with the exhibition. I think quite hard days tomorrow and after that, because a lot of crowd is coming then. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hei, nyt ollaan World of Headphones, eli Hiendissa on tällä kertaa tämmönen erillinen kokonainen halli valattu kuulokkeille. Ja täällä on niinku kuulokkeita, mutta kaikkiin kuulokkeisiin liittyvää vahvistimia, dakkeja ja sun muuta. Käydään tässä pikkasen kurkkamaan, mitä kaikkea täältä löytyy. Eli tässä meillä on heti Violettin osasto. Eli kyse on siis kuulokevahvistimista ja myös dakeista. Ja meillä on myös kannattavia soittimia. Ne on todella upeita laitteita kaikkeneensa. Tässä on niiden uusi Ultimate Series HPA US5, joka tarjoaa niin kuin kuulokeharrastajalle todella niin kuin huippuluokan juttuja. Eli kuulokehomma sinänsä on niin kuin, no se on karannut käsistä, mutta siitä on tullut todella suosittua ja siitä on tullut ihan oman niin kuin alueensa, missä on siis useiden tuhansien eurojen kuulokkeita ja kuulokevahvistuja ja lisätarvikkeita siihen paljon. Jatketaan matkaa tänne päin. Täältä tulee Aune, eli kyse on kuulokevahvistimista edelleen. Täältä löytyy mobiililaitetta ja muuta, ja myös omia kuulokkeita löytyy täältä. Tässä on nimittäin varmaan, tässä on sisäänrakennetut amppi ja dakki-yhdistelmä tässä. No niin, kysytään vähän täältä. Hello.
I'm fine, thank you.
What do you have here?
We have, please talk to my colleague.
Okay. Colleague, hi there.
5 minutes till the boss is here. I'm not the boss, I'm just
Okay, no problem. But you know something about the product?
Yes, but it might be better if you ask our boss.
I come later. Palataan myöhemmin. Okei, mennään se Astell Kernel tässä vastapäätä. Ja näissä on siis kyse pääasiassa kannettavista mobiililaitteista, soittimista. Mutta löytyy myös kuulokkeita moneen malliin. Kysytään sitä vähän, mitä täällä on mennyt. Hello! Can I ask you something?
Tell about what's going on with you now.
So we just launched a new fragrance model.
Okay.
So this has a tube amp mode.
Really?
Rear vacuum tube inside. So right now here you can check OPM mode, also can hear it, and then we have a 3-step hybrid mode, and they also have tube amp mode, and they also you can change the tube current here. So and then view model, you can see that when you listen to music, you also can check about how beautiful about view music.
This is awesome, really.
Yes, it's really.
It is.
Yeah.
So, siis siinä oli kannettava, siis Astell Kernin uusi kannettava soitin, missä on siis putkivahvistin samassa. Ja siinä on sit VU-mittarit, niin kuin te näette, erilaisia asetuksia putkien lepovirralla. What's the price?
This is $3,000 US dollar.
Okay. Euros?
Euro need to check the price,
Okay,
but
I don't remember the
Currency right now, but
it's a little bit less.
yes, maybe 2,000 something.
and it's already available.
Available now,
Yeah.
and then this will be available soon. We collaborate with the Empires, and then you can see the beautiful 24K gold plate, and then you can see a lot of angles in here. So when you hear the music, outfit also very good. And then this is quad breed, so you can hear a lot of good sound with this.
Indeed, and you now look at the cables too.
Oh yeah, that is for the headphones.
That's about
The headphones. So cable is this 4.4.
But still,
it's like a twisted pair. It's
what's the price of the?
the price of this.
$5,000 US dollar. Very expensive, and the limited quantity. So you can meet the June. Yes, and the limited 700 pieces only in the world.
That's something. That's awesome. There really is some. On todella niinku makea. Show again the tubes.
Yes, very good. We are collaboration with this product, so you can hear best sound with this product. So very pairing with this.
The watchers can't can't experience the sound.
Yeah.
Show the tube.
Yeah, sound tube, rear vacuum inside. You can see beautiful. So very warm, and classic music also very good pairing.
What about the power consumption? How long does the battery last?
Battery, so 10-hour playback. So maybe almost one day you can hear fully in the music. Yes.
Although the tubes are on.
Yes.
That's good. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Charlotte.
Okay.
Astell Kern.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah. Seuraava kohde. Thank you. Hei, nyt ollaan Sennheiserin osastolla ja täällä on aika mielenkiintoisia juttuja. Meillä on Sherkel Sennheiserilta tässä käymässä ja katsotaan vähän mitä uutuuksia nyt on tullut. Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
You too. You have something new. We already talk about it, and let's talk about the new headphones you have here.
Yeah, sure. So this year at Highend 2024 in Munich we have something very special, which is this one here. This is the HD620S. It's our new close-back model in the 600 series, so something really special and a lot of audiophiles will be very excited about. It's a close-back model, so it blocks out a lot of the outside noise, but still we engineered it in a way that it actually sounds very open. So it's a lot of air traveling in. We have custom-made transducers built inside this, so it's a really special model, and yeah, it has a huge soundstage for a close-back headphone, and I think a lot of people will appreciate this.
Yes, I know this series, and it's very famous about the very open sound, and I really wait to hear about, because there are a lot of fans for this kind of open back and because of the openness and the airness of the sound, and this is really interesting thing. Is this already available?
It will be available 6th of June, so 1 month to go, but you can already pre-order it from today.
Okay. What's the price range?
The price is in euro, 350 euros.
What is compared to the open? Is it about the same like the open models?
Yeah, it's a little bit. You could compare it from the sound signature to an HD 600, at least in the mid and in the higher frequencies. In the lower frequencies, due to the fact that it's also a close-back headphone, of course, and a lot of people have asked for it, we have reshaped the lower frequencies a little bit, so this one has a little bit more bass response. So you can think of it as an HD 600 character headphone, but with a much better bass response.
Okay. Can I try them now?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah. Can you connect it for me?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you want to listen directly to, or we go over here. You see this one's actually already connected. You can connect it to your phone, or we can just...
I'm recording with this.
And we just move over here. So you can actually choose whatever you want to listen to here, and then this one should be connected.
What way? This way?
Yeah, this way. You can also here just choose whatever you want to. You can search here. Yeah, and then you can just type in whatever you want to listen to.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You're. This is good, but good sound indeed. There is it's open and the sound signature is definitely yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. That was something really important for us because I know there's a lot of fans out there for the 600 series and people are very passionate about the series, so it was really important for us to maintain the character of the series, but at the same time take the whole openness of the series and bring it to a close-back format, and I think this is something we really achieved well with this model.
Yeah, that's true. You showed me something also, something secret. Not secret, but something small, which is not basically for the high-end, but what do you have there?
Yeah, so here, actually, you're right, this is something we are not showing here directly, but we launched also just 3 days ago, or announced 3 days ago. This is the Accentum True Wireless. It's our completely new True Wireless model. It is in our Accentum range. The MSRP will be around 200 euros, so more affordable than the Momentum True Wireless 4, for example. And the cool thing about this one here is with the partnership with Sonova we have since 2 years, we really could bring this one here to a completely new form factor. So you can see actually this one has a little bit of a lengthy shape, and yeah, we analyzed more than thousands of different ear shapes, of ear forms to get to this fit, and we think this design will fit a lot of people very well in the ears. So I think this will be really cool.
It seems very small.
Yeah, definitely. Also the case, it's way smaller actually than on the Momentum series because we managed to make it smaller, and also the earbuds, I think they will fit into more different kind of ear shapes, because that's always a problem when you work with earbuds. You always have the fitting issue, but with this one I think we made a huge step forward in making it fit more different ears all around the world.
Is it also working with the existing app, Sennheiser app?
Absolutely, yeah. It's working with the Smart Control app, natively integrated. You all get also all the different codecs like aptX Adaptive, AAC, SBC, so everything you can think of. We are also in the future, this one will get Auracast support, so it will come with a future firmware update, and then you will have Auracast support and Bluetooth LE audio.
That's fine. You have equalizer on your app.
Yes, we have. We have a 5-band equalizer that you can use, and you can also save your own presets. So basically, when you have the equalizer set up, you can just choose the settings or also different settings that you want to use. So, for example, you can have one for classical music, one for let's say pop music, and therefore you can really tailor the sound to your different needs.
This is something that interests me a lot because with the EQ, it's actually we are testing the headphones, of course, on our magazine and websites, but how to evaluate actually the sound using the EQ or without the EQ? This is always a compromise in our job. And because with the EQ you can of course tune a lot of. And on what you base the real result, what you'll hear, the EQ'd result or just flat?
I mean, to us, I mean, there's a reason why we tune our headphones the way we tune them, so we think actually this is the way they sound great and they sound best. We also have different people, of course, in our company testing them and evaluating the sound, so to say. But I mean, of course, sound is a very subjective thing, so a lot of people might appreciate a little bit more bass, some people might might like a little bit less higher frequencies or something. So I would always say, like, try them, and if you like the sound, go with it. If you don't like it, experiment with it. Just go into the equalizer, find the settings that you really like, and then just find the sound that sounds best for you. Because, yeah, like I said, sound is highly individual. Everyone hears a little bit different. Sound perception and sound preferences are different. So just go for it and then try yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Tämä on tosiaan, mistä on meidänkin puhuttu AVPlusissa paljon, tai mä oon puhunut siitä, että eputetaan kuulokkeita, mikä itse asiassa on aika siis sinänsä helppoa, koska se akustiikka ei vaikuta siihen korvassa siihen eputukseen niin paljon kuin huonetilassa. Ja sieltä saa niin kuin ison merkityksen tehtyä siihen, mutta se nyt ei kuulu tähän messujen aihepiiriin varsinaisesti. Me kiitetään Sennheiseria ja jatketaan matkaa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Hifimanin ostolle tultiin. Täällä on vaan itse Hifiman, joka on muuten hyvä jalkapallon ystävä myös. The football fan. But you have something new here. What is it?
Yeah, we bring some new product. For example, today we have the mini Shangri-La electrostatic headphones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The banner?
Yeah, there's a banner. Yeah.
The headphones where?
We have set up here in the.
You have it. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of price class we are talking about?
Not been decided yet. We hope to do less than 30,000.
Okay. What's special now on those headphones?
Pardon?
What's special on that headphones compared to other ones?
What price?
What is difference?
What is the difference? Well, we actually improved both the sound quality and the looking. It's actually sound way better than the previous Jet 2. We also changed the finishing. We believe that this design will be more attractive and value. So that's why we think we should make the new model and make it a better version, a better model,
But in technical wise, it's about there's no difference between the older ones.
Oh, there's a big difference.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a big difference. There are sound quality, as I said, there's sound quality being improved a lot, and the design also be improved a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Is something else new in this time?
So far, I think, we have most of the other current products. Yeah.
Any plans for new products?
Well, any plan? We will know in the near future. We will know. But so far we just have this new one being show in the show. Yeah.
What about the Swan wireless? You have a poster there. Can you tell me about something about that one?
Sure. Well, the wireless headphones is a very, very large quantity headphone product. Actually, dominate everything. The problem is that people still cannot recognize their sound quality because the comparison with the cabled headphones, they always prefer the cabled headphones. The reason is actually the wireless headphones, they only have one wireless chip built in. Okay, so everything including the deck, the amplifier, everything they use in the same chip. So this one chip do everything like a solution as the previous entry-level MP3 players a decade ago. So the idea to making our wireless headphone is that we actually designed the R2R deck, which is very small, very energy saving, called Himalaya. We apply that R2R deck, the leather deck, into our true wireless in-the-ear headphones. And we also have an AB class balanced small amplifier to build in. So it is small, but it's actually a whole setup of hi-fi audio.
So it sounds like real hi-fi. How do you manage to put all this inside the small thing?
Yeah, we actually started the project a couple of years ago. We started to do the deck because to design a deck chip or deck module is very, very difficult. If you really want to make it works well, both the measurement and the listening is very difficult. For a lot of deck chips, their measurement can be pretty good, but the listening will be too digital. So, and also for some other audio or high-end level decks, they consume a lot of power because they actually use layers of filters inside, consume a lot of calculation capacity of the CPU. So, yeah, that's why we actually spend more than 5 or 6 years on the deck project. And once we finish up to get a good leather deck with consume very little electricity and performs well, we dare to design the true wireless in-the-ear headphones. So yeah, it's a lot of work in our side, but finally we are satisfied with the sound quality.
That sounds amazing. Do you have the headphones here? Can we see them? The box is very nice.
Yeah, it is very, very small, but they have everything about hi-fi audio elements built in.
Yeah. What's the price? Retail price?
Retail price, I forgot the current price. It should be below 500, so okay. It's not very expensive. Yeah, we try to have it be affordable enough.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Mr. It was my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Mennään seuraavaan kohteeseen sitten. Ei muuta kuin tasmennoksi.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Tultiin Hifin osastolla ja meillä on täällä asiantuntijoina Beth Bolton ja Nathan Chin. Nathan on enemmän tekniikasta ymmärtävä ja on sitten enemmän marketingia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
So let's start with the latest products you have. Which one tells me that one first?
We have over here the Zen Phono 3.
Yeah.
So this is our latest phono stage, and it has a super silent noise floor. Dave can tell you the exact number that is.
So it's minus 151 dBV, which is 20 dBV quieter than some stereophile Class A phono stages.
How have you made it?
How have we made it?
Yeah.
So the power supply is so silent, so the internal power supply inside the unit is very high current and high technology, so we have our own kind of supply circuitry which filters the noise, and on the actual circuit board itself is far away from the amplification stage. They're separated by PCB tracks, so noise doesn't go across to the amplification stage and doesn't pollute what you hear. So it keeps the unit super silent.
Yes, that's interesting. Actually, we got this on our review this week. Not managed to test it yet, but it's very interesting indeed, because on this price class it has a lot of features which I have not seen before. and all the values for different kind of cartridges, and so it's very, very interesting. So this is I think this is quite affordable. You plan to have more expensive models maybe?
Well, we do have the iPhone 03 Black Label, as you can see above here. So for those who don't know, this year we have a museum theme here. So we're showing the latest products here and then the previous versions above, so that you can really see the history and the heritage of each product. And here you can see our iPhone 03 Black Label, which is our higher range in this phono. Yeah.
How it differs?
So all of our products stem from AMR, which is kind of our founding brand, started in 2001, and in 2006 they made a phono stage called the PH77, which had 33 EQ curves. It had custom impedances for every kind of cartridge. It was incredibly flexible. So the micro iPhone 03 uses a lot of this technology. So on the back side of the unit, it has 18 dip switches to choose between different impedance loads, to choose between different gains, to choose between 6 EQ curves, whereas the Zenphono is more user-friendly, perhaps. So you get the RIAA EQ, playback EQ built in, and then you get 5 load impedance adjustments and then 4 gain stages. So for the price, it's still very flexible and adjustable, but with the flagship micro iPhono, you just get so much more use in terms of matching your cartridges perfectly. You can match any cartridge with it.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that is my point also, that I was amazed about all the features what this has, but still, you know, this one, are people, consumers, really thinking Hifi like a high-end brand?
So Hifi is kind of different from the rest of the market because we go from €59 products, entry-level products, straight to the iCan Phantom at the top of the range, which is near €4,000. So there's a massive range because we try and accommodate all, you know, to people who are starting out, who may just like, you know, love music and want to explore high-res audio or anything like this, to people who have 15-20 pairs of headphones and they want a headphone amp that can drive all of them.
And like we said, you can see over there we've come from AMR, so this is the reason why we wanted to highlight this. So when, you know, we've come from this ultra high-end sister company, and then, oh, someone's got their jacket off. So here you can see we've come from this ultra high-end sister company. So that trickle-down technology comes into everything that we do. And the reason we created Hifi was because we wanted everyone to experience Hifi the way that only the very few are able to because of the cost. So all of our products have a real, you know, they punch well above their weight in terms of performance. Yeah, because we've come from this ultra high-end tech.
This is nice indeed. Very, you know, likable.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, I have liked Hifi products a lot mainly because there is so much interesting products for a reasonable price. So everybody can, you know, afford to try different kind of okay, you can call some of the products like, what's the right word? Suomeksi tarkoitan tätä tämmöisellä niin kuin tuotteena, josta ei välttämättä ole todisteita, miten ne vaikuttaa ääneen, mutta eli näitä kaapelisuodattimia ja muuta tällaisia. Sorry, some things in here. I was explaining that some of the products are not. It's very difficult to prove by measurements how they work. I mean, some cable things and such products. And okay, let's. What other things are new? You mentioned some kind of headphone amp and or DUC as well.
Oh, actually, do you want to just touch on the subsonic filter here with this?
Of course,
this
yes.
is my favourite part of this product.
Subsonic.
Yeah, the subsonic filter, yeah. So my favourite part is this because it can tell the difference between bend and bass in your overloved LPs. So when you have, you know, warped records, this intelligent subsonic filter can detect whether it's a bend or a bass, and unlike other subsonic filters, it doesn't take out the bass. It can take out that distortion from the bend, but it leaves everything intact.
Do you mean that it has some kind of AI subsonic filter?
We don't use the term AI, we use intelligent. So the reason we call it intelligent is because of the fact it can tell the difference. It's not AI in the sense that there's like AI within it, but it's clever circuit design that does it. It's our knowledge of how LPs are mastered, and this means because of our knowledge we can target where the warp is and where the bass of the song isn't. So it leaves the low end of the song intact.
Does it adjust the cutoff frequency or the slope also?
No, so it's a fixed high pass. But the way that LPs are mastered means that it doesn't have to be a variable. So it can be at one fixed frequency point. I think it's maybe, I wouldn't know for sure, but maybe 18 decibel per octave kind of high pass filtering, kind of out of phase information.
Okay, but it has you can bypass the subsonic if you want.
Yes, so you can turn it off or on.
That's nice. Okay, the next one, please.
So this is our latest flagship portable DAC, which is the IDSD Diablo 2. So as you can see up here, we've come from the IDSD Signature to the Diablo X, which was the world's first it was the world's first DAC with XMEMS technology within it. And then this beautiful product here is a Diablo 2, which is the world's first portable DAC with lossless Bluetooth. So it's got loads of great features. It's got monstrous output power, maximum output power, and yeah.
On what kind of use this is aimed mainly for?
Well, this is designed for people who have really powerful home systems and they really want to take a bit of that magic on the road with them. So it's portable and for people who really want to carry on using their big headphones and, you know, having power with them on the road.
Do you have something to add for this?
Not really. I think Beth summed it up very well. Obviously there's lossless Bluetooth, so you can transmit CD quality with no data loss over Bluetooth, which is a world's first for a portable device. As well as this, it's got line input, line output, XMEMS, so it can support new XMEMS IEMs, so it has a custom like bias for those, and then 3 gain settings, so it can power the most power-hungry headphones you need.
What kind of load this is capable to drive?
So this does a maximum kind of peak output in terms of wattage. It's 5,180 milliwatts into, I think, 32 ohms. Yeah, I think it's 32 ohms. So it can drive most headphones out there. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
In sensitive planars to even IEMs, because it's got iMatch within it. So because it's such a powerful amplifier, if you're using very sensitive in-ear monitors with it, you may experience some hiss, but we've developed iMatch within the device so you can pad the output down and remove the hiss.
Yeah, you are right. I think people don't drive any, you know, old-fashioned headphones with these. They are mostly, you know, in-ear or portable headphones.
I've seen some people online use AKG K1000s with this, which, I mean, everyone knows how hard they are to drive, and they play perfectly well with this.
That's good. Okay, what else? Still something?
So over here we have the Gobar Kenzai. So this is our flagship ultra portable DAC. And this is the world's first to incorporate K2HT technology in an ultra portable DAC. So it's got X-Bass Plus, X-Bass, and this K2HD, which Nathan can go into it in a lot more detail, but as I understand it, it's restoring lost music data that's lost during digitalization, and then it restores it back to the original sound in mastering.
Yes, it is interesting because the technology is actually, as they said, it is developed by JVC and Kenwood Corporation, and everybody knows that JVC as well as Kenwood has like disappeared on the market, but they are still having their quite good technology available.
Yeah, it's an amazing collaboration because it's the first time that K2HD technology has been featured in a product that isn't JVC's. So we're very honoured to collaborate with them. And yeah, what it tries to do is back when CDs were obviously all the rage, mid 2000s. They developed K2HD to try and restore the missing data. When you master for CDs, obviously it's 16-bit 44.1, so if you recorded in 96.24 or 192, you're losing all of that information, all of that frequency above 22K, and if you go from 24-bit to 16-bit, you diminish your resolution by 256 times. So it's a massive amount of data you're losing. So JVC have developed a technology that processes the time domain. It upscales the file to 192 kilohertz, and then processes the waveforms to try and interpolate the data that's lost above 22K.
Using analysis of harmonics.
I don't know how they do it. They're very secretive, so I don't want to speak on their behalf. But
you are a tech guy, you should know. So.
Honestly, JVC keep it well under wraps, and for good reason, because it's their own technology. But they've used our parameters within their K2HD for this collaboration, and they say it gives, I believe, the truest representation of K2HD thus far.
Have they used this? Of course, they have used this. They have on their own products, years ago, but not recently.
No, it's been unheard of for the past maybe 10-15 years. They have released products with K2HD, and obviously they released remastered CDs with K2HD, and this is the first time it's kind of been brought back and made brand new again.
How did you discover this?
So I believe it's Pat and Vince. If you want to talk about that, I think they love K2HD and the sound of it. So I think Beth knows Pat very well, so I'm going to pass it to her. She might know more about this.
Just wondering, were you active yourself, or?
No, this is the work of our the directors of the company. They have such a strong passion with K2HD and with JVC, and a real understanding and appreciation of the technology, and so JVC Kenwood were happy to implement it into our products. And the original engineers that worked on K2HD, had to pass the approval of this within our GoBar Kensei, and the original engineers all passed it with flying colours and said that they loved it. So yeah.
And it seems to be available gold-plated as well.
So this is actually as I said before, this is our museum and our previous version. So this is our original GoBar, our gold bar, and our GoBar Kensei.
Okay, I now understand it. Yeah.
The different variations. So as you can see, it was the world's first to incorporate K2HD into an ultra-portable DAC.
Yeah, that actually looks nice. May I touch it?
Of course, yeah. And it's a
it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
It's a Japanese stainless steel chassis, and obviously with JVC being a Japanese company, we really just wanted to honour that within this product, and so the GoBar Kensei felt like the right name and the right story to tell with it.
You have X-Base also here, and X-Base and Space as well. Yeah.
So those are our proprietary technology. If you want to just give a little background on that.
Yes, we can talk about. I know about something, but let's tell for the watchers also.
For those who don't know, X-Base Plus on this particular model, and X-Base is our analog kind of technology. So it's all done by circuitry, and what X-Base does is kind of correct maybe low-end loss that you'd experience with open-back headphones. So it's like a very kind of sub-bass low shelf that tries to add back missing low information that you may not have. And then X-Space is with maybe closed-back headphones, it can feel often quite claustrophobic, as if the sound's in your head almost. And we wanted something that kind of brings it outside of your head, so it changes the perspective of the music to feel it almost more like speakers, as though the music is in front of you.
It's like a crosstalk.
It's based on our own research of I think it's a German East Berlin radio station, so it's a proprietary method of kind of crossfeed. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we can talk this more later. It may be too technical this time. I give it back for you. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of very interesting products indeed. Ja kiitos katsojille tästä setistä taas. Me jatketaan edelleen tätä kierrosta. Ja katsotaan mitä me tuolta löydetään. Tultiin HeddAudion osastolle. Tuo yksi Kimmo pakotti meidät tänne, mutta ei se mitään. Täällä on uudet kuulokkeet. Can you tell us something about these new headphones?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So our background is the recording industry and it's mixing and mastering, and this is kind of where we come from. And for a long time we made studio monitors that have a very specific tweeter system in it. It's based on a technology called air motion transformer. And this headphone is actually the result of us trying to bring this tweeter technology into a full range driver for headphones. So it is the first full range air motion transformer headphone, so to say. And basically we are aiming at an audience that enjoys critical listening, and that means engineering, yes, but it can also mean audiophiles that seek a very authentic, accurate, fast, realistic sound. Like this is where we go, what we go for. Yeah.
So this is using the same kind of technology as the tweeter does.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Basically, what you can see here is in this driver you would see a diaphragm like this. And this diaphragm is much bigger than in any other headphone design, essentially, and it's being folded into a magnetic field, and then each fold is kind of squeezing the air in and out. And you put the weight of moving the air on the shoulders of a lot of different folds, moving just ever so slightly, as opposed to having one membrane that is pushing the air back and forth. And this has certain advantages for fine dynamics, for the resolution, transient speed, and this is the stuff that we're looking for all the time.
Due to the fact that the foil doesn't have to move so much.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, these drivers are very difficult to manufacture. They can only be manufactured by hand. So we have a department in the company that is solely focused on the folding process of both the tweeters and the AMT drivers for the headphones. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a new one.
This is the new version. It's the successor to the original headphone that came out in 2019. This version is improved drastically in terms of weight reduction. This is around 25% lighter than the original one, which suffered a little bit from being overweight, let's say. And it's also more professionally manufactured, more reliable. It has a ton of accessories, extra cables, adapters, carrying case, extra set of ear pads. It's a very professional product now.
Yeah. What's the price range?
It's 2,000 euros for the entire package. Yeah.
So it's a high-end headphone indeed.
Yeah, it's meant to be a premium headphone for people who seek realism in sound reproduction. Yeah.
Yes. Tosiaan mä kuuntelin, että tuossa aikaisemmin meitä ei tainnut tulla filmille tai nauhoille vielä silloin, mutta nämä on tosiaan aika hyvät, että se on ihan erityyppinen soundi siinä yläpäässä, kun kuulokkeissa muuten on. Et nämä on... These are open.
Yeah, they're open back. Open back is the preferred choice if you're really looking for accuracy and precision in a headphone. The open back is our way.
Joo, nämä tosiaan avoimet takaa. Mä ajattelin, että nämä olisi ollut suljetut, mutta nämä on mielenkiintoinen. Vähän Suomessa niin kuin en tiedä missä, onko Kruunradio muistaakseni myynyt tai joku, että ihan mielenkiintoinen kyllä vaihtoehto, tai kannattaisi tutustua semmoiselle, joka etsii tämmöisiä niin kuin high-end-tason kuulokkeita. Mutta tää oli tämä. Meidän piti sinne Dynaudiolle mennä. Katsotaan pääsetäänkö me sinne missään vaiheessa. Moro taas.
Thank you. Of course, you're very welcome.
No niin, hei, nyt tultiin SoulNoten osastolle. Ja SoulNote on saanut oikein, tää on nyt maahan tullut aikaisemmin, mutta Stars & Stripe otti tuomaan SoulNoteen maahan. Me saatiin audienssi tänne SoulNoten osastolle. Ja kohta Mr. Katon kanssa vähän jutellaan aiheesta tarkemmin. Mutta tästä vähän otetaan tämmöistä esikuvaa näistä tuotteista. Nyt ollaan SoulNoten osastolla siis, ja Mr. Kato on SoulNoten pääsuunnittelija. Kysytään vähän tarkemmin suunnitteluperiaatteesta. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Kato.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me about what is the philosophy behind SoulNote?
Yeah, now is now is the age of science, but sound quality cannot be measurement. Cannot be measurement sound quality. And this is very interesting. But I cannot. I am not like non-science or occult. There is a reason for this. I see. I think this about 40 years. I なんだっけI have been thinking about 40 years, and I came up with the idea of dynamic performance. Cunning. Dynamic performance is, for example, cornering performance of a car. Cornering performance is very important for car, but cornering performance is not cannot be not measured.
So could we say that you know you have to make a long way, many years to research everything, and everything is based on listening and how it sounds, not the measurements and not the performance. Is it like that?
Dynamic performance is only listening. Measurable performance and dynamic performance is often trade-off. If ちょっと待ってダメだなSorry. Measurable performance and dynamic performance are often trade-off.
So you mean the dynamic power or
dynamic performance is time axis performance.
So timing is everything. Yes. I agree on that.
Not time axis performance is cannot be measured.
What is in the design the major, let's say, task or problem to get this kind of performance you can have on these amplifiers?
ちょっと待って、ちょっと訳して。Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Can you say again?
Yes. What is the most important thing in design to get this kind of timing, right timing and dynamic performance on the amplifiers?
デザインの中でそのちょうどいいタイミングを
もう only
提供するのは何が一番
Is it the components or some specific design?
素材が大事なのか、
いや、no.
デザインか。
もうこう only listening で、
いや、どういうふうに音決めるということじゃなくて、作るときに、その自分が好きな音を実現するには、どこが一番大事ですか？
Okay. Very important is simple.
Yeah.
Yes. Very simple circuit and simple structure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So keep it simple. Yeah.
Not fixed, not weight.
Yeah.
Very light.
Could it say minimalistic?
Yes, I think so. Minimalistic.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kato, very much about this. Thank you very much. Hei, tässä on laitetaan näin se todella niinku oikeata high-endia ja painavat kuin mitkä. Tässä on dakki, joka on saanut itse tuolta Fidelitistä palkinnon viime vuonna ja korjaan tänä vuonna. Sitten siinä on integroitu ja tuolla on fono etunen, joka aika järjetä tavaraa, voisin sanoa fonoetusessa kaikkinensa toi. Ja SoulNote tosiaan on nyt sitten maahantuonnissa Stars and Stripesilla. Ja tossa nähdään niitä varmaan vähän enemmän tuolla sit syksyn hifimessuilla. Mutta jatketaan nyt tässä taas eteenpäin matkaa. Hei, tultiin Audiovectorille nyt ja täällä on uutuuskaiuttimet. Ja haastattelussa meillä on Ole Clifford Audiovectorilla, joka on siis suunnitellut näitä kaiuttimia 35 vuotta tai jotain, mitä me äsken puhuttiin ennen kanssa, että kokemusta löytyy. Mutta jutellaan vähän tarkemmin lisää. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you here.
You too. You have now the new speakers here.
Yes, we have.
What's the name?
The name is Trapeze Reimagined.
Okay, I suppose it comes about the design and the dimensions.
Reimagined means that we had this speaker 45 years ago. Yeah. Yes, and this is that speaker represented all the technologies we use in Audiovector today. So it's actually, this was the mother of all Audiovector design ideas and so on. And Mads decided, my son Mads, who's running the company today, decided that now let's dust off the old one and let's see if we can make a new one and use all the technology knowledge we have to make an even better speaker. And to make something which is up there with the R6 series, and you know. So, and it was quite a challenge because we've been working hard on R3s and R6s and so on, and making them very good and very well liked by the press and by the people who use them. So we actually have to compare ourselves to 45 years of development again.
So this is. As you said, you have put everything. Is this better than ever?
This one is better than ever. It's not better than the R6 RHA, for example. It's not better than our reference speaker, which is called the R11 RHA, or the R8 RHA, which you can go across the whole way to here if you want. But it still has new technologies, and some new technologies which we think will be used in future products of the other ranges as well.
And that's interesting. What are those new technologies or interests?
We have made a new air motion transformer treater, which is it has a bigger diaphragm than the ones we're using today, This is still very good, and it's very detailed. It measures smoothly. The dispersion is exactly like we want it, and so on. So I think this could be the emotion transformer of the future for us. I think so.
Yes, we have a crossover here. Let's see the crossover.
We have a crossover here, yeah.
Yes, I asked you before that. Okay, it seems to have many components, but still, it's quite simple actually.
It is very simple because the trapeze is a 60 dB per octave speaker, and a 60 dB per octave crossover is the simplest in the world. You do need a couple of compensations here and there to adjust for the rise in impedance of the drivers and so on. But if you look at the crossover here, we have one component, and one means these two work together for the mid-range, for example, or act as one. So we have one component in series with each driver to avoid too much loss, to make it efficient enough. And this is always a good thing. So the more efficiency you have, the better the speaker will sound. If everything else is equal, by the way. So.
Yes, I understand. But this is very interesting indeed, and these are also some other all the components you have. This aluminium plate.
We have. If you look at the speaker, it has a double aluminium plinth, and between the two layers of aluminium, we have these carbon steel ball bearings. So we make an adjustment, and we of these together. So actually, you filter out some of the vibrations, and you get a cleaner sound out of it.
That's amazing. I think I have not seen this before this.
But we just did it.
Yeah. Do you have a patent for that?
No, I don't think you can patent it. But the main thing is that it looks good and it works well, right?
Yeah.
So we also have new capacitors. These capacitors this is our new capacitor, and it sounds really great. It's the result of many years of listening to different types of capacitors and voltages, finding out what are the ins and outs of capacitors. And this one it has a copper foil, polypropylene isolation, and it has a tin particles flashed upon it also. And why do we do this? The only answer I have is because it sounds like it should for us. This is what we think its capacitor should sound like. And we, of course, compare to everything else also. And this one is plus minus 2%, which is pretty rare. But when you have a prototype and you build your 0 series and everything is all right, then the next step is to be able to reproduce yourself faithfully every time. Everything has to be spot on in production. So it's so important to have a design which you can repeat, and you have components which don't vary in value or quality.
That's right. Is the box is it sealed or base reflex?
No, it's actually a kind of a base reflex. Behind the 8-inch, the 12-inch is an 8-inch, so it's an isobaric construction. And the rear side of the 8-inch inside is breathing through a base reflex hole on the back.
Actually, quite unique design, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you need to experiment a little bit with it, of course. But as long as you can listen and measure and hear what is right and what is wrong, then you can get there. We also have a special feature on the back of this speaker, which is a damping factor adjustment control. The thinking is that...
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Here. Let's see. Okay, is it the knob? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thinking behind it is that there's only one correct damping factor for a speaker. So the combination is what counts. So if you take a huge amplifier with, the highest damping factor in the world, and you connect it to a speaker. I'm not sure it's right. You need the right damping factor. This you can adjust on the speaker.
What does it do?
It changes the relation between the amplifier and the speaker and if there's too much damping factor, it controls that damping factor to be a little bit lower, so you get more warmth and push and power.
So it's some kind of series resistant.
It is, yeah.
That's a unique feature, actually. Also, very. I have not seen this kind of in other speakers. I don't know if there has been this kind of feature.
This comes from the professional world where they do it all the time.
Okay. Nyt opettiin jotain uuttakin täällä. Thank you very much. This was really something new even for me.
Thank you very much for coming here and making this interview.
My pleasure also. Hei, tää oli hyvä, tää oli mielenkiintoinen keissi kyllä. Nämä Audiovectorit pyörii jossain 17 tonnin hintaluokas pari, eli kunnon high-endia taas. Mutta tää oli kyllä mielenkiintoiset ja aivan mullekin uuden tyyppistä tekniikkaa. Toivotaan, että me päästään näitä kuuntelemaan Suomessakin jonain päivänä. Mutta ei mitään, matka jatkuu edelleen. Well, me ollaan nyt täällä Cantonin osastolla. Cantonilta on tullut uudet huippumallit. Ja katsotaan vähän, mitä ne pitää sisällään. Ja tässä on Moritz Young, joka meiltä vähän kyselen tarkemmin näistä. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Well, you have now some very exciting speakers here. They look, expensive, awesome, and very professional. Can you tell about them?
Yeah, of course. Not only the details, because it's not only expensive, because it creates emotions here. What we're having here, it's the new Alpha models we have. So as you see here, that's a flagship model with a reference Alpha 1, and it's a huge high-end model with a new diamond mid-range system with a triple curved cone, completely new triple curved cone system with a diamond tweeter system, with a ceramic woofer system, as you see here, in a line array for a better room adjustment here in the bass system. And as you see here, the little brother is a little bit smaller, as you see, and in another color version we are having here in a warm gray, and that's a midnight blue. So we have like two new colors here, and with a walnut finish on the side walls. And yeah, it's our new top models we have of our reference Alpha series.
They look very good. I think this one is very nice detail. Yes. What about the construction? These are, it looks like, is it 3 or 4 way?
It's a 3-way system of both, and the construction, if you see in the inner of the cabinet, it's super difficult to build the speakers. So we had a lot of we need to create, or we wanted to create the best of the best, and it was super difficult to build that kind of cabinet, and it wasn't so easy, and it took a lot of time to create such a speaker, and we're now happy to have 2 new models here.
Yes, I noticed the pictures on the wall where you can see the construction inside the speaker. There's a lot of braces inside and a lot of details inside. But it's bass reflex?
It's a bass reflex system. So it's a downport system, as you see here in the part. So it goes down, and so the bass comes from to the front and to the back, like in the 50-50, and so that's how the construction is.
Okay, and I'm going to ask something. What tells that I don't afford this kind of speakers, so what's the price?
The price for the little model is 40,000 euros a pair, and for the bigger model is 60,000 euros a pair.
Okay, but not so bad, actually.
Are these already available?
Already available?
No, it's the first time we're showing them, and we will start to sell them in November 2024.
Okay, quite soon then, though.
Quite soon.
Yeah.
So in half a year it will be available.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Indeed, we will do. Jatketaan seuraavaan kohteeseen. Tämä on tosiaan kuin karkkikaupassa olisi, koska täällä on niin paljon katsottavaa, ettei oikein tiedä mitä täällä kuvailissa kattelisi. Mutta jatketaan matkaa. Hei, käveltiin Dualin osaston ohi ja tässä isti silmään yksi mielenkiintoinen laite. Eli Dualin uusi levari CS529, jossa on sovellus, millä sitä ohjataan. Eli kyseessä on siis ihan asiallisen näköinen soitin. Tässä näyttää olevan aika heavy levylautanenkin kumimatolla. Tsekataan mikä rasia siellä on, ortofoni tietysti, ei mitään. Ihan asiallisen oloinen, mutta se erikoisuus tässä nimenomaan on se, että okei, tämä on täysautomaatti, mutta tätä ohjataan sovelluksella. Tai voi ohjata myös sovelluksella. Erikoistuna myös 7.8 kierrosnopeus löytyy. Meistä varsinaista appia tässä nyt on näytillä, mutta katsotaan, jos mä kysyn tuosta äkkiä, olisiko kellaan näyttää sitä appia. Excuse me, anybody? Nobody? No? Arrogant people there. Hi there. Can you show us the app? Sorry? Can you show us how the app is working? Okay. Has anybody? We are making a live video just now. Yeah, just we are making a live video.
He told me about this.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah, he's announced you.
Why?
Perfect.
Okay.
I just have to, no, let me just check, because my colleague needs to... Yeah, I know, but Sava muss ausloggen, bevor ich einloggen kann.
Joo, odotetaan vähän aikaa, että saadaan tämä appi toimimaan, niin tämä lähtee kyllä kohta päälle. Kuulemma odotettiin tänne jo, että oli etukäteen juorottu, että kuuluisa AVPlusan päätoimittaja Teppo Hirkonen on saapumassa osastolla. Oliko hauska juttu vai? Odotellaan hetki vielä. So it's using Bluetooth to
Sorry, my colleague was logged in. I just arrived, so we had to get him out so I could log in.
Okay, okay.
Right. So. Do you want to ask me questions and I show, or how would you like to do it?
Both.
Okay.
I actually explained already what this is about, and we want to see how the app works.
Okay.
Tässä on nyt tämä appi sitten.
All functions from the terminal are matched on the app. All functions from the terminal are matched on the app. So if I change the speed, I can do repeat, and I can press start, and it will start.
Amazing.
You can fully operate it from your app, or you can fully operate it from your turntable. It's fully automatic. You can change the stand-up times, you can do repeat, you can change the repeat times as well. So it has several benefits. You can actually change the vinyl and go back to your place, sit down, do what you have to do, and when you're ready to listen, you press start on your app. Secondly, you might actually in the evening like to have it quiet and easy. You then put your Bluetooth headphones on, you sit down, you might lie in bed, and you press start while lying in bed. You say, okay, give me that side a few times, and you can go to sleep, and it just sorts itself out. You don't have to worry about it.
That's nice. Like new tech combined with old tech.
Absolutely. There were remote controlled turntables in the 1970s and early 80s, but obviously that wasn't via an app.
Yeah, that's interesting. You had a remote controlled
Yes, I think there was the 650 RC, and there were a couple of other models. Yes, which were usually integrated in like your music furniture.
Interesting. Thank you very much for this presentation.
It was my pleasure.
Kiitoksia katsojille. Tämä oli tosiaan aika mielenkiintoinen juttu, että kuinka käytännöllinen tämä sitten on, niin jää nähtäväksi. Mutta on ihan hauska juttu, että tässä ei kumminkaan pysty varmaan niin kuin kappaleita vaihtamaan samalla tavalla kuin CD-soittimissa ja muussa, mutta muuten tämä on ihan hauska. Mutta hei, nyt sinne Dynaudio kohtaan sitten taas. Kiitos. Hei, Furutechin osastolla nyt. Furutech on siis kaapelitarvikevalmistaja ja kaiken näköisiä liittymiä ja muita, mutta nyt selvästi niin kuin alkanut satsaa enemmän niin kuin, oikeasti raskaampaa high-endia. Me ollaan tässä osastolla ja kysellään vähän näistä uusista tuotteista, mitä täällä on. Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This is a really interesting product here. It's a new one.
Yes, this is our new product.
Can you talk about it?
Okay, so this product name is NCF Power Board. This is our brand new power distributor, and so this model is our technique inside here. Take a look at this, and this is a CNC aluminum alloyed aluminum, and there are 8 NCF booster brace singles inside, and this body is very heavy. It's like it's 10 kilograms, yeah. And so, and sorry, my English is
no problem. What you can tell about the price?
Price is 7,889 euro. Yeah.
How much power you can connect to this one?
Sorry?
How much power you can connect to this one?
240 volts. Yeah.
Okay, so almost everything amp and so can manage with this easily.
Yeah, this is our top of line power distributor. Yeah.
And we have also here a new cable, I assume. Can you tell about the cable a little bit?
This is Pro-Ject B1, and this is our top of line cables, and this is also our NCF is inside here, and this one, the price is 9,980 euro. Yeah.
What is the main thing? I read about the magnetization of the materials is the one key thing on Furutech products.
NCF the key product, yeah.
Yes. And some kind of anti-magnetization also.
Anti-magnetization, yeah. So,
are the products, what kind of special materials, for example, this one has?
So NCF.
What is NCF?
NCF is a crystalline and the carbon powder, and the NCF eliminates the statics and make the sound stage higher level, and the noise will disappear, eliminate, and the sound much clearer. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Tässä oli oikein mielenkiintoinen tämä Furutechin. Nämä on ihan järkyttävän hintaisia, mutta kyllä niin todella siis, jos haluaa niin viimeisen päälle laitteiston virrat ynnä muut järjestää, niin kyllähän nämä niin aika makeita juttuja, että jos mulla olisi kapitaalia, niin kyllä mä tämmöistä teille neuvostasin myöskin. Mutta hei, meillä on vielä paljon katsottavaa täältä. Mennään ainakin Dynaudiolle seuraavaksi, sitten varmaan Perlistenillä. Ei muuta kuin matka jatkuu. Nyt ollaan projektin osastolla Heinz Lietzenauenin kanssa, joka on siis projektin perustaja ja presidentti niin sanotusti. Niin kysellä sieltä vähän, mikä on tänä päivänä niin uusinta. Hi Heinz.
Hello.
It's very nice to see you again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me the possibility to have this interview. Yeah.
We have met several times in ESA webinars and so on. I like him a lot.
And we have always good fun. Yeah. This is very important because we work all very hard. We love music, but we love also fun.
That's true. Hey, you have some new stuff here, I think.
Yes, a lot.
Can you show us something?
Yes, I show you something. Yeah, I hope we can do some fast tour because it's many products. Yeah, what we show. First of all, the main product is our debut, the new debut Evo 2. As you know, the debut is one of the most important products in the hi-fi industry. Here we have the latest version. We improved the platter. We improved the whole gimbal set. Yeah, so here the gimbal set is like on the Pro. We have a new cartridge, but the most important improvement is the very heavy platter, which is a 2 kilo platter out of aluminium, yeah, which is very unusual in this price range.
Yeah, I have to say, näyttää todella vakuuttavalta toi. Yes, nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
What price class is this?
700 euros, 699. Yeah.
But you have gone up a little bit about the prices.
For sure, I had to go up with the prices because can you tell me any company in the world, and I'm not talking about the audio industry, which can make handmade products for such money? This is 8 times lacquered on MDF by hand. Yeah. So the problem is, yeah, it looks for sure more expensive, but we have had in the last years 50% energy cost increase, every year 10% costs of labor, and we are the only company who did not go to China. So we still have our production. We have 600 people, and we are even out of the audio industry. We are one of the largest factories for really true European production, and that has for sure a little bit of price. Yeah, I think consumers who know the quality and the sustainability of our products, they are also happy to pay this price.
You are right. Actually, I write about this our latest AVPlus magazine. We have a test on not Pro-Ject, but we have some other turntables. They are $299, $399, and they are really bad, to be honest.
The problem is, there are more and more companies, because we are very happy that the analog business is working so well. It's really lifestyle. It's today a multi-million-dollar business. And even always in the time when business was going up in audio, they're coming a lot of brands which are just putting the brand sticker on, and they are not really they are not really an expert. So they have no manufacturing. They have just they have just an office, marketing. And we as Pro-Ject, we really are true manufacturer. Therefore, we're giving also 25 years spare part availability because we produce every single piece ourselves. So we can also supply the parts.
That sounds good. Yes. Okay, but this is let's say some new products also.
So probably. Not new for you, because you're not here. So that's the XAB. So this is our middle range acrylic turntable. So we have been on the Pro-Ject always making acrylic turntables because the acrylic has a very good damping characteristic, and it also looks very nice. And here we have also our high-end 2 kilo platter, and we have our one-piece tone arm. Also, what I have, this is also a very interesting example when we're talking about tone arms. We see now more and more turntables with detachable head shell. And then I say, okay, somehow the people have forgotten how hi-fi is really working. Detachable head shell is done either for DJs who have to change the cartridge very often, or in the super high end with very expensive detachable SMA connectors to exchange different high-end cartridges, because the high-end guy maybe has a cartridge for classic and one for jazz. Yeah, it makes sense. But in a turntable for middle range or for 1,500, you will not change so fast the cartridge. So the detachable head shell makes no sense. And in these turntables, you see this in 300, 400 euro turntable. It's also so badly made, that it's moving. yeah, and then you're losing all the energy. You're losing the stiffness. Yeah, this is you lose the dynamic of the sound. Yeah, so it's an absolute no-go. I mean, it's nothing new. In the 80s, yeah, we were already making this and changed all the at that time detachable head-shell tone arms to one-piece tone arms. It's nothing new. Yeah, but the industry was forgetting. Also the rubber mats. Can you imagine now all these companies? They have 400 grams platters with very bing, very resonating, and then they put a rubber mat, and this rubber mat
heavy mat, yeah.
Yeah, this overtimes everything. Yeah, I remember in the 80s how many torrents I was modifying. Yeah, where I put the rubber mat away and put the leather mat or felt mat on, and the sound was much more dynamic. Yeah, so we don't do such stuff. Yeah, so we try to keep it really from the technology correct. Yeah, also new is the T2. The T2 is now our mid-range turntable. We have it in 3 variations. We have it as a T2, T2W like it's here. W means it's Wi-Fi, so we have a Wi-Fi board. It connects to your Sonos or a Vim module. And we have one model we call the Super Phono, where we have a very expensive phono stage built in, because a lot of customers said, okay, I really want to have a very good phono stage. Yeah? And we have the standard manual one. Yeah? But again, here, one-piece tone arm, very stiff chassis without hollow spaces, and a glass platter which is also very anti-resonating. What is the difference to the metal glass platter? The metal glass platter definitely is first of all heavier, has more moving energy, and a glass platter always sounds a little bit more soft, which is in a low-cost turntable also something very interesting.
I notice here that the anti-skating is different.
Yes, okay, thank you for asking me this. Yeah, we have been very criticized about the anti-skating. We call it the adaptive anti-skating, like we do on the debut, because consumer feel it's a little bit fiddling. Yeah, but the problem is, yeah, it's the correct way, because over the gravity weight, you have a different anti-skating power from in to out, and anti-skating on a turntable, because of the radial tracking, has a different power from inner groove to outer groove. Yeah, so you need this adaptive gravity anti-skating, and this anti-skating what we have here, which is a spring, can only make one power. Yeah. So this is 95% of the people do it like this. Yeah, we from the debut do it in this correct way. Yeah, but as this turntable is also used for entry-level customers, yeah, we thought we're making this small compromise. Also, this has a fixed tracking force already. Yeah, so for sure it's a little bit a compromise. Yeah, but because turntables are more and more sold over the internet, yeah, we had also to make this compromise.
Yeah, you are right. What's the price of this model?
$550 for the manual one, $650 for the Super Pack, and $990 for the Wi-Fi one.
Okay. Yes, the anti-skating thing is something which even I have, little bit, different kind of opinion, because for entry level, indeed, the weight type of anti-scaling is a little bit difficult. You can mess up with the.
But for that we have dealers, and I hope the dealers explain it.
Yeah, that's true.
Something else new.
Oh, this is many other news. Yeah, so I give you one more. Yeah.
Oh, one more.
Well.
So this is now electronics. Yeah, so we are not only producing turntables. Yeah, we are doing also. Hello. We are doing also lots of electronics, because in the end of the day, yeah, you need for a turntable also electronics. Yeah, and we hate that the consumer is using active speakers. Why? Because when you have active speakers, you have 1 meter cable, and then the turntable is so close to the speaker. This is the wrong way. Also, when you have more sources, then you have to cable everything to the active speaker. Who wants this? And then you have to anyway a passive cable to the other passive speaker from the active speaker. That's not the correct way. So therefore, we producing still traditional amplifiers, but in a very small box. And this system is very interesting because it's combined with a CD player in this case. You can also have the version with the turntable. But remember, the most sold audio product in the past was the MIDI system. But the people forgot it because everybody is using now mono speakers, streaming speakers, and for the big Japanese companies, this business is not big enough anymore, like all the big companies, and they just stopped with these products, and Pro-Ject is a typical niche product. We believe in hi-fi stereo, so we are bringing back this small little mini MIDI system with 2 really nice speakers, very small but still very powerful, and so you have your 700 euros mini MIDI system where you can...
What do you have? It's an amplifier.
Amplifier with phono, Bluetooth, digital, line, everything, and then the CD player, very easy to control, only just...
No streaming.
No. Why? Because it would make the product unnecessarily expensive.
Yes.
And you just add for 99 euros a tiny Vim streamer and you're done.
Yeah, I agree that.
If I put it inside, the streamer would cost you 300 because I have to pay license, I have to make engineers. Pro-Ject is always looking for the most cost-effective way to get really true good hi-fi stereo to your home. And therefore, we just made it in this way. And as I said, you add the small streamer and you are happy.
What kind of prices here?
This will be for the sets about 700 euros.
That's reasonable, I think.
A remote control, maybe?
Sure, for sure.
You have a remote here?
Here, but it's
stolen.
It's better not to give it here, but we have a very, very nice little remote control.
But it seems it has, good connectors and everything, and this is for the Bluetooth. Yeah, okay.
Most of the people anyway will stream that price range over Bluetooth.
I know you are busy. Yes. I thank you a lot, and I hope the Finnish watchers and listeners appreciate this presentation a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello to Finland.
Bye bye. Eli tultiin nyt Quadin osastolle, toki täällä on muutakin, mutta täällä on aika mielenkiintoinen uutuus, josta pitäisi Adamen tulla meille kohta kertoa tarkemmin, mutta kurkataan ensin vähän itse tässä, miten se on. Eli täältä löytyy tällainen legendaarinen Quad 33 ja siihen päätään sitten 303. Nämä on tulossa. Piti alun perin tulla vaan rajoitettu erä, mutta tää tulee oikeasti myyntiin. Eli niin kuin nähdään, tää on todella makeen näköinen old style Quad, niin kuin Quad on aikoinaan ollut. Ja toisessa me saadaan kohta se kaveri tänne kertoa näistä tarkemmin. Eli jatkuu kohta. Mutta hei, tsekataan tossa mitä muuta täällä on vielä. Eli tässä on Quadin uusi päivitetty paneeli. Näkyy täällä. Ja on muuten hieno toi valastun logo tuolla, mutta se ei ole tosin uutta näissä, mutta kumpa kumminkin. Jatketaan kohta lisää. Alright, hey, nice to meet you. You are a famous speaker designer actually.
Well, I do my best to make speakers that people love. That's all I can do. That's my job.
Actually, we were not supposed to talk about speaker design here about Quad, but I still want to ask you something. What do you think is the most important factor in speaker design? It's quite simple product actually, but it's not very easy to have it like you would like to have it.
The most important is to blend the components so that the speakers disappear. It's every single part of the speaker has to be engineered to work with every other part, and then I spend a lot of time listening to different genres of music, hundreds of hours usually in any single design, in order to make sure that you're not aware that you have all these components working. The speaker should be seamless. The speaker should just present music in a totally natural way. Then you're not aware of the hi-fi system. You're only aware of the enjoyment of music, and that's what keeps you listening.
That's right. Can I ask this? What do you think is the best speaker you have ever heard?
The best speaker, well, that's difficult. I mean, for many, many years, I thought the quad electrostatic was the best speaker. I still maintain that in many ways it is. We keep on making small improvements to get the best out of them. And this latest one, the SLX that we're showing now, I think is just incredibly invigorating, very informative, very natural, very revealing. We call it the stealth because if you switch the lights off, you're really not aware that there are any speakers in the room.
Yeah, in my opinion, there is no such a perfect speaker available, so it's some kind of compromise, and also what kind of thing you prefer more. Is the stereo image, the openness, the deepness of the sound field, or the balance, or the bass, and that's also. But that's all about the speakers. We now talk about new quad preamp and the power amp. It's there. So this is quite traditional looking amplifier, preamplifier. Can you talk about a little bit this?
Yeah, the emphasis of this was when Quad first brought out the 33303 preamplifier and power amplifier combination. It was quite spectacular at its time.
When was it?
Now you've got me. I don't know exactly. I can't remember the exact.
Like years ago.
Yeah, yes, years ago. But the main emphasis was that with the transistor technology that was around at the time, it was very difficult to get an output stage which would drive a range of loudspeakers, like the electrostatics, for example. So what Peter Walker and his engineers did is they designed a very specific output stage. It was called output triples because it actually uses three transistors in each part of the stage. And that output triple was very linear no matter what load you put on it. So it didn't matter what the loudspeaker was, it behaved the same. And although now our transistor technology is better and we understand how to produce circuits better, we found that that triple is still worthwhile. It still produces a worthwhile improvement in sound and performance. So that's what we've done. We've designed the power amplifier around that traditional quad output stage. But with the preamplifier, of course, we brought it completely up to date with all the digital inputs that you need. And it's a very, very clean, very accurate preamplifier with a superb DAC inside it. It's a lovely combination, but with the looks that go back to what made the looks of the original 33303 so spectacular.
Yes, it's amazing. So the main principle is like the original one.
The principle, the engineering principle, is very much based on the original, but brought completely up to date. Yes.
So there are more inputs and connections and so on.
Yeah, all the input connections that you would need in a preamplifier, certainly.
What about the power amp? How much power does it have now these days?
You know, I haven't looked at the specification of this one.
It doesn't matter. We can check it later. Later then, though.
Sorry about that.
The price? You know?
We don't know the price. What the eventual price will be, we don't know yet. But as always with quad, it won't be stratospheric. It will be affordable.
And this is not any limited edition.
No, this will be going into full production later this year.
That's nice. Tämä on tosiaan tosi makea laite, että ne, jotka quadissa tykkää ja tuntee tämän, niin nyt on niinku alkuperäistä quadia pian tarjolla niin näissä laitteissa. Tämä on makea juttu. Täytyy ottaa testiikin meille mahdollisimman pian. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for visiting.
Ja me jatketaan. Moi moi. No niin, hei, Ruarkin osastolla jotain uutta, mitä saa kuulemma kuvata. Mennäs kuvaamaan. Eli täällä Ruarkilta tämmönen, Ruarki on siis tunnettu siis tämmöisistä pöytäradioista, niin kuin tuossa ylempänä näkyy. Ja nyt näillä on tämmönen yhdistelmälaite tullut tähän. Plus vähän kuvat täältä päin ja nähdään tätä tarkemmin. Eli tässä on tämmönen, excuse me, erityislaite, niin kuin näkyy. Samaa muotokieltä kuin Ruarkin laitteessa yleensä. Eli tässä on varmaan streamerit, virittimet, kaikki, erilliset passiivikaiuttimet. Ja tätä ei kuulemma saanut kuvata, mutta täällä messuilla tää on kumminkin esillä, että miksi me nyt tätä sitten kuvattais tässä. Ja katsotaan mitä tässä on edessä. Tässä on normaalit toiminnot, eli tässä on, löytyy kaikki Spotify, Connectit, Tidal Connectit, uskasta Chromecasit ollut ja muuta. Eli ihan siisti setti, kunnes tähän volyymia. Tää on hyvän näköinen setti ja sound on nyt ihan niinku ok, eikä sitten täältä messujen metellissä mitään ihmeellistä pysty äänestä sanomaan. Hinnasta ei mulla ole mitään tietoa tällä hetkellä. Ruark ei ole tosiaan ollut mikään halpa, että niiden muista ihan pienet radiot, niin kuin täällä näkyy tämä esimerkiksi. Niin tää on mun mielestä Suomessa 349 tai 399 luokkaa suurin piirtein. Mut hei, tää oli mielenkiintoinen uutuus jo senkin takia, koska tätä ei saanut kuvata. Tässä se nyt kumminkin on. Ollaan Dynaudio-osastolla nyt vihdoin ja viimein. Ja meillä on täällä, mä tietysti nimen aina luntaan, koska mä en muista näitä ulkoa. We have Henrik Sonne from Dynaudio, Denmark, I suppose. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. My name is Henrik Sonne. I'm Director of Product Management in Dynaudio, and I would like to present you some of the things we are introducing here at the Munich show.
I would like that a lot. Let's continue.
The first product I will show you is our next product in our Heritage collection. Some years ago, 2020, we launched the first product in our Heritage collection called the Heritage Special. But it also said it was a collection. So this is the next product in our Heritage collection. This product we launched to celebrate our Contour range. Because the Contour range back in the 90s, 80s, 90s was the range that really put us on the map as a high-end performer or high-end company for many people. So there's a lot of models in the series. We choose to make a model that is in between the Contour 1.8 and 2.8 because these were the most successful products. In the Contour 2.8 we have the T330 tweeter, so we took the faceplate from that tweeter, put our newest and best tweeter, the SOTAR 3 in it. We choose a woofer size between the 1.8 and the 2.8. This is an 18 centimeter woofer with a 75 millimeter voice coil. We produce those drivers all in Denmark. The cabinet is the same style, same type of cabinet as back in the days, all produced in Denmark. It's made of American walnut also. So what we also did, we took some very high-end components for the crossover from Mundorf and very good capacitors, very good resistors, very good voice coils and VBT terminals. So we did all the high-end stuff to this one. It's also, you can see the same look as the past, but because of modern regulations with tilt test, we need to make it's past the tilt test, so it's casted iron. So then the casted iron makes it past the tilt test, but it's also very good for sound. We have this very solid foundation. This one we make in a limited edition of 1,000 pairs. The price is 12,000 euros, and I can tell you already it had been a huge success. We are selling a lot because it's limited edition, and when people hear the sound in our demo, they're just amazed.
Yes, it looks very good, good style, old-fashioned way. Yeah. But the Ironcast lens on bottom plate is interesting. So what is the regulation about this tilt test?
Because you have to, the modern EU rules means that a speaker of a certain height has to be tilted 10 degrees or 15 degrees, depending on the height, without turning over. So how do you do that? Either you do big outriggers or you do heavy. We choose to do heavy because it looks better.
It looks better indeed, and different. I noticed two bass reflex ports behind. Are they just, is the cabinet divided, or is it a common cabinet for the bass driver?
It's actually a common cabinet. And the port tuning, the core is a bit away from the drivers, allowing us also to regulate the acoustic inside. It's a dual flared port. It's a big port, so you will hear no port chuffing, because it's flared both on the outside and on the inside, and you can see the diameter is quite light, so it's very clean. You don't hear the puffing noises we could do from other boards. So yeah, the right audiophile way.
Is it two-way or 2.5 way, or?
It's a 2.5 way. What we normally do in a two-way is, because we have this baffle step thing, because when you reach a certain frequency going down, you have a 3 dB step down. So you can't do anything by that but dampen the mid-range and the above where you have the baffle step. So that is, we need to take down the mid-range, and that's bad for efficiency. It's also a filler we put on top. So what we did here, instead of damping the mid-range, we put in an extra woofer where the baffle steps comes. This means less crossover, more efficient speaker. This is actually quite expensive, sensitive speaker, because you can drive it very small, let's say tube amplifier or so on. So that's why we did it as a 2.5 way. We gain 3 or 4 dBs compared to the bookshelf in sensitivity.
That sounds reasonable and a good solution indeed. Can you? Is this meant to put close or wall or corner, or does it need some space to have not to boost the bass too much?
It's like many other ported speakers. It's a freestanding speaker. It's not meant to be close to the wall, but that again is very room dependent. Actually, in our room, the bass is less when we put it closer to the wall. We move it about, it hits some notes in the room. But it is meant to be a freestanding speaker. Let's say 1/2 to 1 meter from the rear wall.
Okay. You mentioned you have a lot of new things here.
Yes.
Can you show us something more?
Yeah, I can go to the. This occupied here. We go to this one first. We have a long history of making a special edition of our current speakers. We've done that with the old Contour range, the special 1.3, the special 25. So we decided for current Contour range also to make a special edition. This time we call it a black edition, because we only do it in black, and everything is black. Port is black, cabinet is black, the trim rings here is black, everything is black. What we did is, then we took, again, our best tweeter is the Esotar 3. The Esotar 3 gives it a more transparent feeling. We made a new woofer for it, a new magnet system for the woofer. Again, that gained us 2 to 3 dB more sensitivity. Because we also do the drivers, we have a very simple crossover. First order slope on the tweeter, second order slope on the woofer. No need for impedance or frequency correction, so very simple crossover also makes it possible to use high quality components. Again, we choose Mundorf resistors and capacitors, thick copper wire coils and so on. So this is a more transparent, more dynamic, more sensitive version of the Contour 20.
Okei. Tämä oli mielenkiintoinen uutuusvuote kanssa. Tää. Katsotaan vielä lisää näitä uutuuksia ja muita. Let's continue.
Yep. The next one we did is we have the Confidence 20. It looks a bit like a normal Confidence 20, but this one we choose to make active. So we have, of course, our studio ranges that are all active speakers. We have our focus speakers that are all active. So we decided, how can we push this, taking our top line two-way speaker and put in an amplifier. What we did is we took kept the original cabinet, the original drivers. Here we have actually a port, down-firing port, so the port is integrated. The passive version we only sell with stand. The active version we only sell with stand because having a lot of room in the stand, we put in amplifiers.
That's a clever thing.
Yeah, we use the Pascal amplifiers because we're very happy about them from our Pro studio monitors. And we also now have some connections. We have both an analog input and we have a digital input. We have some settings. If you place it close to the wall, we have a setting. If you want to make it more brighter or darker, we have a setting. But we took from our Pro thing, we also took, let's say, when we do Pro monitors, often they go digital in, and we connect it to the next one digital. That means if you have a streamer or a preamp with a variable digital output, you can put this directly into it. So we have a very high quality AD converter, we have a very high quality DA converter. Now what this gives us our advantage is now we do the crossover in the digital domain. Doing the crossover in the digital domain gives us opportunities that is not possible in analog domain. For instance, we can time align the drivers, so we can make a more correct crossover because we can precisely time align the drivers. We can make a custom slope, meaning we can have a slope that goes slow and steeper or the other way. So we can make a much more accurate crossover. We don't have to compensate for drivers in the same way, and that gives us a better image. We can also do a lower port tuning, having a small EQ for the woofer, so it goes deeper in the bass. And because we connect the amplifier directly to the drivers, no crossover components in between, this can be played very loud with very low distortion.
The amp is the adjustment for every speaker. So I saw there a couple of speakers too with a little smaller stands, but there are adjustments in both of the stands.
Yes, because every speaker has a stand. All the speakers are identical. What you choose is you choose if it's a left or right, if you can run digital, or you choose it of course if you have left and right out.
A master and slave. Is one master and other is slave.
You choose, if you run digital, you then choose if it should play left or right channel. But there's no master and slave. It's like a power amp to each speaker. We also did some small tricks with this power amp because you can run digital into it. We also said you can switch off the sample rate conversion and just operate in the sample rate you get into the speaker. That is the purest way to do it, because some think 24-bit 192 kilohertz is better. Yes, if the signal original is that, but if you convert a lower resolution signal, a lot of mistakes occur. It can only be as good as the one. If you change to another sample rate conversion, all the time distortion occurs. It's just the way it is. So we left it for the purest possible way. So you can use it as a mono, you can use it as a stereo, you can use it as 3 channels, just depending on your source. So when we compare this to the passive version with very expensive amplifiers, this still sounds better because the amplifiers are now custom made. We have 100 watts for the tweeter, 400 watts for the woofer, so we can maximize the excursion and the power handling of those. So this is actually a way of maximizing the performance we can get out of the speaker. So a very interesting take. So no streamers, no master slave, just let's say a dumb active speaker, but a very good sounding active speaker.
This is really interesting indeed. Are these available white and black?
Yes, we have you call this space black, and we have snow white. Yeah. So
it's a glossy also, it's not matte. It's glossy.
Yeah. So the price for this is 20,000 euros, and then what you then need is just sort of add a streamer, either with analog output or with digital output. Here we are connected with a digital output, so the digital signal runs to one speaker, chosen as left, then the digital goes next to the none, chosen as right. But you can also go analog in it, and that's what we do in our demonstration here. And you can, if you have the chance, you can listen to the active version. It sounds very good.
We have to do that, indeed.
Yeah.
It's a bit that the watchers can't hear it the same way as we do. Yeah. Is there something else yet?
Yeah, we have two other things. We actually have two collaborations. The first collaboration we want to show you is a collaboration with the turntable company called Thorns. That's a very old solid turntable company, and together with them we decided to make a turntable. That turntable is meant for people who has our active speaker range called Focus, because in Focus all the streaming is in there. But if you want to have a vinyl playing to it, how do you do that? So we created this turntable together with them. It has some special features. It has our own CMF, but it also has a preamp built-in, rear preamp, and that preamp can send the signal out in a normal analog way, but it is also an optical out. And you can choose 3 different settings in resolutions, so you can run the optical cable to your focus speaker, and then you have a high-res signal over to the focus speaker. And the last possibility is you can run it through Bluetooth. So this is a Bluetooth 5.2, it's at next HD, so highest possible resolution for Bluetooth. So you can either connect them to a speaker, or let's say you have a high-end Bluetooth headphone over here like this, you can connect it directly to the turntable.
This is awesome. I noticed it's a Thorns, but you have a different. I think it's Orthophone Concorde cartridge.
Yeah, exactly. And for the Concorde is this Concorde Music. This is a special version for music. Is launched yesterday from Orthophone, and we are the first one to use it.
I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Yes, because I know the Concorde cartridge very well, and it's very popular for DJ thing, but it's music thing. That's nice. What's the price of the turntable?
The price for the whole turntable, including the Orthophone, is 2,000 euros. And the small note, the needle and the cartridge, or the needle, is the same as they use in the normal Hi-Fi series. So this is a Hi-Fi special version, so you get the same or better sound quality from this one, but with the old Concorde look. And you can, of course, like the Concorde, upgrade or change the needle quite easily. So for yes, I also know it as a Concorde, because I also tried to DJ in my young days and so on. But we see this as more for the younger generation. For them it looks different, and we wanted to support Orthophone making this music version.
And this is nice. Yeah. A lot of new stuff. Is this remote? It's not for the turntable. I think it's for the speakers.
It's for the speaker, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is this all or something?
We have a last collaboration I want to tell about.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So the collaboration I want to talk about here is we're trying to, you can also see that on our booth, trying to be more relevant to design lovers, not only high music sound quality lovers, but also for somebody who appreciate Scandinavian Nordic design and want to have the speaker more like a furniture. So we started a collaboration with Kaimoku, which is a Japanese furniture maker, and we got Ken Ishiwara to make a design that you see here. What is also special about this speaker, besides the design, is it's solid wood. Normally when you see wood on a speaker, it's laminated onto MDF, and that's the normal way to do it. But we were trying to then, like we do with furniture, make it solid wood. The difficulty of that is solid wood is a living material, and constrained, it contracts and expands all the time depending on temperature, humidity, and so on. So how do we avoid that cracks and so on? So what we do is we have a very special mechanical construction. Is we have solid wood, like you can see here, but on the inside we have solid wood going like plywood on different sides to hold it together. So we are exploring this, how to make a perfect cabinet of solid wood together with Kaimoko. What we did is we also put our confidence drivers in here to also make premium sound. So we do the sound tuning, we supply the drivers, Kaimoko supplies the cabinets, and together we make this very beautiful furniture.
It looks really nice. Are the stands also designed for this speaker?
Yes, specifically it's designed for this speaker. A small word about the wood, it's Nara oak wood. It's aged 50 years. It is cut exactly on the right side. It grows out of a mountainside in Japan. So it is stored for 6 months before using this. So yes, there's a lead time on this. But the wood is very nice, special Nara wood. Also used to make high-end furniture.
Do you know what? It sounds expensive too.
Yes, actually we haven't decided on the exact price yet because we are still finalizing the mechanics and we can't really tell the price before we have a final design of the mechanics. We might need to do some other stuff, so it's not going to be cheap, no.
Joo, tosiaan ei kuulosta kovin halvalta nää, mutta odotellaan sitä hintaa. Käydään kuuntelemaan niitä aktiiveja tuolla kuunteluhuoneessa. Mä koitan kertoa teille miltä soundaa, koska te ette sitä pysty kuulemaan. Mennään sinne kuunteluhuoneeseen nyt tässä välissä. No niin, hei tässä kuunnellaan näitä Dynaudioita. Confidence 20A, nämä on sikakalliit. Kyllä niin kuin hyvät, te ette varmaan nyt tässä kuule yhtään mitään, mutta käykää sitten kuuntelemassa omia aikoja näitä. Hei, me joudutaan lopettamaan tämä lähetys täältä. Tässä on ollut vaikka kuinka paljon katsottavaa, vaikka mitä, ja mä vähän yliarvioin itseäni, tai en tiedä ketä yliarvioja, mutta me ei saatu läheskään kaikkea käytyä tämän läpi, ei niin kuin läheskään, ehkä 5% jutuista. Ja äänikin saattaa olla vähän miten sattuu tämän mikin kanssa, mutta toivottavasti nyt kumminkin tykkäsitte tästä Annista. Ei tässä sitä muuta kuin takaisin kotimaan. Moro moro!